want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Taught us this truth. Peace and blessings and safety. Security. To the hopeful elect. 144,000 to 1/3. And peace and blessings to those that support this truth. Yeah, so Trump is saying he's going to try to come to Baltimore next. I have a video talking about the governor of Baltimore telling Trump, you better not come to Baltimore. And then we seen yesterday the governor of Chicago is saying that Trump should not come to Baltimore as well. So, with that being said, it's showing that even these governors don't want the soldiers that are coming. But see, what people don't realize is that he's coming for those 2/3. And I seen last night one of the brothers in GMS, I think it's GMS Idaho or Illinois, one of those. He was showing a 14-year-old boy screaming out his mom's number so they could call his mom, because really he's underage. But see, the thing what people don't realize is that when you know these fools are out there, why can't y'all just stay in the house, man? We know we have rights to be outside, but when you know you're dealing with people that's going to act this way, you just need to stay inside. The only time you need to be outside is when you're getting gas, you're getting food, going to work, and if you are of our brothers, you're going to camp. That's it. You don't need to be out there socializing, chilling in the streets, trying to say you have rights. I mean, it's going to get to the point you can't even, for those that indulge in that, to even smoke a damn cigarette on your porch. Because they going to say that you're smoking some paraphernalia or something like that. Or even if you're having a cup of coffee on your porch, even though it's your land, they're going to say, well, you was drunk and you was acting crazy. Best thing to do is stay in the house and keep your blinds shut. And if you got cameras, get some cameras. To try to use for some type of defense, but it ain't gonna be too much because the decree is out. It's to roll up on Jake to cause much disturbance. And people don't realize that. And y'all little young new jacks are gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn the hard way. It ain't gonna be no exemption. And then you don't even know what they gonna do with that young boy. You don't know if they gonna do something that they ain't supposed to be doing. You don't know if they gonna kill him. You don't know man, it's gonna get crazy out here. These people have been given the green light to show out. They've been given the green light. And, whoever's supposed to be going to captivity, so far as so far as what goes on with these military. It has to happen because that's how it's supposed to go down. But also what people don't realize, Trump is talking about these red states and these blue states. And he's also going after these states that have black mayors and black governors. He's going after that. He's going to shut all that down. And see, what's also going to happen is the divide is going to start happening. And a lot of people don't realize that the divide is very serious. Because not everybody in the military is going to be going for what Donald Trump said. Now, if you know, Mr. Trump, when you pledge your allegiance to this country, you're supposed to protect it, foreign and domestic. These troops have already protected this country foreign. That means on other soil other than the United States. But to protect it domestically, that means home. That means on U.S. soil. So therefore, you're going to have insurrections. You're going to have soldiers that's going to say F that. They're going to, because they got access to guns and ammunition. They're going to say F that. We're going against what Mr. Trump said. And just like how I had Civil War that you could watch on Netflix or on Hulu, whatever it was on, it's going to be just like that. And you're going to have people saying, what type of American citizen are you? Because you're going to have people still trying to save this place when it cannot be saved. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have people that's in the Marines, people that's in the Army, people that's in the Navy, that they're going to start picking sides. Because, see, the thing is, when you have people that's in these parts of the government, they're going to start picking sides, man. Because little that what Trump knows, because Trump, he's only concerned about his power. Because all the people that support him, most of them are nothing but yes men. But the thing is that when you have people that's in the military, they got family members that live in these places. And they got family members that they family members already are going to forewarn them about the stuff that's coming down the line. But also, they got love for those family members. And that love that they have for those family members, and even knowing what Trump is doing is wrong, they're going to fight against Mr. Trump. And now the United States is going to be divided because the Bible says, how can the system, how can Satan stand if he's divided against himself? Well, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be divided against itself. And that's what's going to happen. The great divide is about to happen. Because everybody knows someone that's in the government. Everybody knows at least one person that has a family member or a friend that's a policeman. Yeah. Because I know some. And we know how those people used to be growing up. What happens when those people click back and that type of thinking? It's just like, Planet of the Apes. You had that white ape that was on the side, was an albino ape that was on the side with the humans. And they was basically calling him a traitor. And they even call him a donkey. You know what I'm saying? And with him, he knew what was going on was wrong. That he was killing his own people. And what happened towards the end? He knew he couldn't live, but he said, I'm not going to go out like that. I'm going to fight for my people. And that's what's going to happen when this kingdom starts to divide. You're going to have people like, nah, I'm not going down for this. So then that's when that's going to happen. And then you're going to have the race wars that's going to be happening. And it's not like you're really going to know who is who. And then when these race wars start happening, you're not going to be able to really trust anyone. And then even though we are in the brotherhood, it's not like we all going to be huddled up all together. I mean, we are scattered throughout the world. It's not like we going to all be sitting together. We're going to be praying for our brothers that's in Great Millstone. Because when all this stuff break loose, we're not going to be able to go on the internet. We're not going to be able to call them by phone, walkie-talkie and all this stuff. All that stuff is going to be shut down. Everybody's going to be on their own. And that's how this is going to really play out. And then when all this stuff is going on, people see, the thing is, what people don't realize, I mean, you can hear how these young people think. Oh, yeah, man, these police come up here, man, we're going to show out. We're going to do all this. And then they act like, all right, we're going to take a break and go get something to eat and then come back and fight again. Nah, it ain't going to work that way. And then, Mr. Trump, this is a strategic plan. Then you're going to be starved out. Trump already knows you got some Americans out here that need food to eat, that voted for him. But Trump and the military also know this is casualty of war. You're going to have something that's going to fall. You're going to have something that's going to survive. That's why you have a lot of them that prepare. And they got their guns, and they got their guns. Their guns and their food. But best believe, those people that's on the left-hand side that's crazy as I don't know what, that's going to be killing the 2/3, those are going to be the ones that's going to link up with the military that's on Trump's side. And then the ones that are not on Trump's side, those numbers ain't going to be high like how people think. Because Trump's going to find a way to find, because what it's going to get down to is the insurrection going to be so bad that Trump he's going to have to find a way to get rid of some of the black people that's in the military. Because he knows that they're going to turn. He knows that. And then once that decree goes out, then the black people in the military are going to be aware. And once they become aware, then that's when all hell going to really break loose. Because you got to understand, those people that are in the military, that's in the Marines, that's in the Army, that's in the Navy, all of them, they have access to ammunition and guns. And when times get crazy, they're not going to be signing out for those extra guns and clips. They're just going to take them. And they're going to give them to their family members so they can fight against Trump and fight against the race wars. It's going to be just like that. And then us, when we come down the mix, people are already trying to blame us, saying the Israelites did this, the Israelites did that. Man, if you look at it, all we trying to do is tell people is to follow the commandments and not be lied to. That's it. Try to tell y'all Christians, y'all need to stop believing in this Virgin Mary crap, which we already know that she was a virgin. She just wasn't sleeping around. This immaculate conception. But that's just like how it was back in the day, you know, trying to tell the Israelites that, hey, the Messiah is coming. Some of them didn't believe the Messiah was coming. They didn't believe that. And some did believe that. So just like it was nonsense going back then, it's nonsense going now. It's nothing new under the sun. And there's going to be nothing new under the sun when it comes to this great division that's about to happen. And you're going to have some white people, some Hispanic people that's not going to be on the side of Mr. Trump. And then you're going to have a vast amount of those that's going to be on Trump's side. That's the side that it's just like when America had the Civil War. You had the North versus the South. The South wanted to keep their slaves. And the North basically wanted to keep slaves too. But they was like, we can't go about it the same way we've been doing it. And that's what people don't realize. Because we were still stuck on plantations. We were just put in apartments. It just didn't look like we was in captivity or in slavery. But see, the South, they just wanted to be out with it. Yeah, we got slavery, we gonna keep it that way. But the North is like, how are we supposed to try to enslave this whole earth with this new world order if we're looking like a bunch of criminals that we just enslave people? But for a long time, they kept that mentality and tried to hide it. See, the man of sin is being revealed. And once it's revealed, people are going to see white people for who they are. The ones that are non-Jake. See, you got some of the speckled birds out here that they might look like Edomites and look like some of these other nations, but even with that being said, they have to know who they are. Because if they don't know who they are and they ain't picking the right side of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, it doesn't even matter. You have to be picking Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. And that's where all this stuff is going to happen. And then imagine, this stuff might break out so bad. Right now I'm riding to work. And just look at this traffic, man. Just take a minute and just look at this traffic. Just traffic back to back, man. Moving all slow. Get out and run faster than this. Look at the speed limit. Yeah, 20 miles per hour. No speed whatsoever. That these highways are going to be shut down. And see, the thing is, once he puts these militaries in these cities, there's no limit of how long they're going to be there. He's going to keep these militaries in there indefinitely. See, Mr. Trump is playing checkers. Chess, not checkers. See, with checkers, as long as the man ain't in the corner, you could jump him. Or if the man don't got someone in front of him, you can just jump him. Do your thing. But see, with chess, you can only move. Excuse me, Salaki. You can only move certain positions when you play chess. And that's how this game of chess is going to be played in these last days. It's only going to be certain cities you can go into, certain places you can go, certain times that you can go. And people think they still have time. I seen that it was showing some people that's winning the lottery right now. That has won the lottery. One guy won it twice. And it's like you basically won at a bad time. It's like, where are you going to spend that money at? Where are you going to be able to go at? the whole United States is about to be on lockdown. Because once he locks down these... See, the reason why Mr. Trump is trying to mobilize these cities are heavily with Israelites. Heavy. They're heavy. DC, now DC used to be called Chocolate City. So they still got Jakes that's living in there, but not a lot like how people thinking. He just want to mobilize DC first so that no one can try to really come get him. So that's the only real reason why he's mobilizing DC. Because DC ain't got a lot of Jakes in there as people think. Unless you lived in that area and you know that area, you're not gonna know nothing, man. You're gonna think that place is just they down there running them up. Yeah, people are still down there doing stupidness, but most of them Jakes that's in there, most of them live in apartments, and most of them are on Section 8 of some sort. And the ones that do have housing, they're not out there wilding like that. They're not. It's a lot of them that had to move out from DC into Maryland. A lot of them. And that happened like years ago. So the only ones that are left there, they just left there. And there's not a whole lot of them. And when you think about Chicago, it's the same thing. You're always going to have the rich parts and poor parts. But the thing is, even though you got those poor parts, you have a lot of those Jake that's ready. And see, we also got to understand too that the government has also put a lot of guns in those neighborhoods. There are rappers out there that said that, they had put crates of guns out there near the train tracks. And I heard those type of things for years going on. In all those states. DC, Maryland, Chicago, New York. An alleyway crate full of guns. And you even had a Ku Klux Klan member bragging about it. Saying that, yeah, all I gotta do is just go down to these cities, drop off a crate full of guns and some alcohol, and I just let them half at it themselves. He blatantly said on the internet, on camera, saying this is what he does. And they know that he's doing it because, see, the Ku Klux Klan are the footmen. They're the footmen. And we all got to be watching our backs out here. Because we all got someone who's watching us and being paid to kill us. Because that's what's happening. You got these people that's out there that's waiting to get their check because we got a bounty on our head. But you got to try to put yourself in a position where they can't get that bounty. But you also got to be praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because he's the one that's going to put the protection upon you. He's the one that's going to expose everything that's going on when these people try to do their wickedness. And when they start coming for us, that's where Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, he's going to strike. Because he's not going to let you touch his elect men. And they already know who their elect men, because they have already sent their little agents out to try to get rid of us, or even try to start fights with us, to try to jam us up. They know that. And they be like, well, was they successful? Nah, they wasn't successful. Well, did you get them this time? Nah, we didn't get them this time. Well, did you set this up? Nah, he didn't go for it. Well, did you try to introduce something that the person likes? Well, he's not doing that anymore. He don't like that anymore. He's on the straight and narrow. Oh, damn. Okay, so this is one of the ones that's really down with what they believe. Oh, so this is really one of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's servants. All right, well, we're going to leave them for the end. After we move on all these people, then we're going to go after them. And that's how it's going to go down. They're going to find some means, some way, and then they're going to start entering people's houses. See, that's going to be the next thing what people don't understand. They're going to start entering people's homes, this military, saying we need to check for weapons that you're not supposed to have. They're gonna be doing that. Then we coming in with the search dogs. They even might ask you to pee in a damn cup. Like, well, why you gotta pee in the cup? Well, we see that you got children. We want to make sure that you're not abusing drugs. So, can you pee in this cup to make sure that you're drug free? It does an instant test. And if any of you went for a job, they got tests like that. It lets you know instantly if the person's been doing drugs. That's going to happen, man. They're going to try to use that as the form to lock you up, use that as a form to take your children. Then they might be trying to inspect the children. Oh, but let's look at the children too, you know. We got to make sure the children's okay. They're going to be trying to violate all our rights. So Jacob trouble has started already. It has started already. It been started. It started when they started taking the southern kingdom. Salaki. It already started when they started taking the northern kingdom. So now it's going to start when they take the southern kingdom. It's just the northern kingdom turn. And then don't think this stuff is just happening in the United States. You got immigration stuff going over there in London and in Britain. They're having problems over there too with the immigrants coming into their country. This is not just happening in the United States. This is happening over the world. A lot of people are trying to go to these other countries to seek refuge and to live a better life. Because, see, these same places that these people want to flee to, people are not realizing these are the same companies that made your country and the condition that it's in. But, see, once that gets exposed 100%, then that's when people going to really start turning in on. So, I've been rambling for too long. Coming upon half hour. So with that being said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Worked hard and labor hard to make sure we get to get the spiritual food that we need for all the brethren. So we must give them double honors because they have really been laboring for us so we can understand what's going on. So double honors to the elders and apostles. Peace and blessings and safety to the hopeful elect. 144,000, the 1/3. Shalom.